नमस्कार all of you। अव्वल अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत दे सब बंदे इक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे means God has created this wonderful world and we all are the children of God. No one among us is good or bad. All are equal in the eyes of God. With these wonderful lines, I, Vinay Kumar Sharma, your social science teacher, welcomes you in today's class. Today's class is very much important because we are going to discuss a very much important topic. A topic which is very much important for the prosperity of our country. So let's begin. Dear students, in today's class we are going to discuss the chapter number 2 of social and political life, and the name of the chapter is diversity and discrimination. This chapter is related with the chapter number 1 of social and political life, understanding diversity. So if you have not seen that video, I request you people that first you see that video and then you start this chapter. In this video, dear students, we will discuss that how the diversity in a country like India leads to discrimination, and due to the discrimination how many problem arises in the society. And in the last we will also try to understand that what provision has been made by the government of India and in the Constitution of India to eradicate this problem. India and diversity. Students, there are many things which make us different from others, like our physical look, abilities, language we speak, the religion we follow, and much more. All these things bring diversity in India. Geography and history of our country also plays a vital role in determining the diversity in India. The diversity is our strength as well as weakness. For example, diversity is our strength when it gives us opportunity to learn from other people who are different from us. Like in the last chapter, I gave you the example of a class where the students of many states are studying, and when they share the tiffin during their lunch break, then they can learn about the dishes of other states. Similarly, they can also learn about the languages of other states. But diversity becomes weakness when we people start discriminating with others. For example, there is a class and in which new student comes. That student is from village and he is not knowing English very much. Whenever he speaks English in the class, the other students start making fun of him. They do not talk with him, they do not play with him, and they even not share the things with him. So all these things lead to discrimination, which is the next important term for you is prejudice. Prejudice means to judge other people negatively or to see them as inferior without any solid reason. Now, what is the meaning of these lines? Let's try to understand first. So, here the meaning of these lines is that when we feel that other people are inferior from us without any solid reason, when we create the negative thinking against any person without any solid reason, that is called prejudice, like we have seen in the previous part of this video, where we taught you that a boy was made fun because he was not knowing the English. Why the other classmates of him were making fun of him? Because they were thinking that this boy is inferior from us, and that's why they developed negative thinking against that boy. And there was no solid reason for developing this thinking, because the student was belonging to such an environment where English was not spoken. There was no fault of that boy, but still he was made fun by the other people. So such type of thinking is called prejudice. In the same way, in our country there may be a situation that the people of one community start developing negative thinking against other people, because the person may belong to the other religion, because the person belong to another caste, or due to any other reason. So all these things are the sign of narrow-mindedness. These are not the sign of good things. Our next important term is discrimination. Students, first of all, I will read the definition for you, and then I will try to make you understand the meaning of this term. So first, let's read the definition. Discrimination means treating people negatively on ground of prejudice. Now let's try to understand the meaning of the word discrimination. So discrimination means when we start treating to other people negatively because we have a negative thinking against such people. That is called discrimination. Like you have seen in the previous part of this video that there was a one boy and he was treated badly by his classmates. His classmates were not sharing the things with him, they were not playing with him, and even they were not talking with him. So all these things are the examples of discrimination. In the same way, in India there is a lot of diversity. Like people follow different religions, people speak different languages, and people are living in different part of the country. Due to which what happen, the people feel themselves unique or different from others, and due to this reason sometimes they start treating other people in a negative way. This is called discrimination. This discrimination is not new, but this discrimination is going on since ancient time. For example, In the ancient time, people who were belonging to a specific caste, especially the lower caste, were not allowed to enter the temples. Those people were not allowed to drink water from the public water points such as wells, ponds, and taps. Nowadays, even you can see that the discrimination is done in the society. Like in many backward parts of our country, girls are still not allowed to go to school or acquire higher education. So, this is a type of discrimination which is based on gender. The next important term is stereotype. First, let's read its definition, then I will try to make you understand its meaning. So, let's start. Stereotype is a type of opinion that we make against all the people of a particular section of society. Now, what is the meaning of this definition? Let's try to understand. The meaning of stereotype is that when we make a common thinking for a particular group of society, then it is called stereotype. For example, generally it is believed that girls are well behaved, emotional, and soft spoken, and all boys are strong and emotionally strong. So, this is a common thinking for boys as well as for girls. But it is not true every time. Some girls may not be soft spoken or well behaved. In the same way, some boys may not be strong or emotionally strong, they may be emotionally weak. So it depends upon person to person. But when we make a common thinking towards the particular section of society, that is called the stereotype of thinking. Now, what is the disadvantage of this type of thinking? The biggest disadvantage of stereotype is that it results in clashes among the people, or a particular section of society may be discriminated by the other people. Like in some backward areas of India, still the girls are not sent to school because in those societies the role of woman is still limited, like to do household chore. Chore here means household work and to take care of a home. Diversity and discrimination. Dear students, like we have seen in the previous part of this video, that there is a lot of diversity in India, and there are different bases are there of this diversity. The people may vary from another people based on a religion, based on economic status, based on caste, and the language which they speak. Due to these differences, it may that the people start thinking that they are unique and better from others, and when they come in contact with other people, they start making fun or they start creating the negative opinion or thinking against such people. For example, people of Punjab may feel different when they visit Bihar and it may that they start feeling unique and better from those people, and they start keeping a negative opinion and discrimination for those people. In the same way, in the ancient time, caste system was predominant, and the people of higher caste were discriminating with the lower caste people. These people were not allowed to go to temples, drink water from the public wells, and many other type of discrimination was done with those people. Such type of discrimination was also faced by many important personalities during the 20th century, like Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, who is known as the chief architect of Indian Constitution, and Jyotiba Rao Phule. All these persons were belonging to lower caste, and during their childhood these people were treated badly by the other people who were belonging to higher caste. Let's take the example of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was belonging to Mahar caste, which was considered in Maharashtra as lower caste, and during the school days he had to sit outside of the class to study. He could not even drink the water from the earthen pot kept for drinking for the people or for the other students. Fighting against discrimination. Dear students, like we have seen that in India people are discriminated on different grounds, like based on the religion they follow, based on the caste, based on the economic status. And this is not good for any country. For the development of any country, we need the equality. And in order to stop the discrimination, time to time, different personalities have made different type of laws, different type of efforts in order to stop or in order to eradicate this problem. So first of all, we will discuss in this section that what efforts were put before the independence, and then we will discuss that after independence, when our constitution was made, then what provisions has been set up in the Indian constitution to establish equality in Indian society. So first, let's have a look over the time when our country was not free. I am talking about that time when our country was under the control of the Britishers and we were fighting against the British. So let's begin. So first point we have during the freedom struggle. So during the freedom struggle, people were not only fighting against the British for freedom, but also they were struggling for the equality. And father of nation Mahatma Gandhi tried to establish equality in the society by removing caste barriers. He believed that India cannot become free from the control of Britishers until we have unity or equality in Indian society. So in order to establish equality in Indian society, what he did, he put efforts from his side. Like what he did, he gave a special name to the people of lower caste, Harijan. Harijan means children of God. Similarly, he also stayed in the colonies of lower caste people. He shared meal with those people, and he also told to his followers that you should follow or you should also stay with the lower caste people. You should also share the meal with the lower caste people. So in this way he tried to establish the equality in the society by giving his personal example. Now what happened after the independence? Let's see. After independence, our country framers made many provisions in the Constitution of India to establish equality, and some of them has been listed below. First provision is made in our Constitution is equality before law. Now what is the meaning of this line or this word, equality before law? It means that all citizens of India are equal before law. There will be no discrimination among people on ground of caste, religion, color, economic status, etc. Overall, we can say that law is same for everyone. Maybe there is President of India or there is a common person, the law will work equally for all the persons. Next is fundamental rights. Fundamental rights means the rights which are very much important for the growth of any person. So fundamental rights are also granted by the Constitution of India to Indian citizens. They have been mentioned in the chapter number 3 of Indian Constitution under Article 12 to 35. There is a provision of 6 fundamental rights. In the starting, when our Constitution was made, at that time there were 7 fundamental rights, but later on one fundamental right was converted a legal right. I mean to say, there was a one fundamental right was there, a right to property, which was later on converted as legal right. So at present in our Constitution from Article 12 to 35 there is a provision of 6 fundamental rights. All these fundamental rights are very much important for the growth of human beings, and all these rights are given to the Indian citizens without any kind of discrimination. Means these rights are available to all Indian citizens without any kind of discrimination based on religion, caste, color or economic status. This is all about in this chapter. Now let's do the recapitulation whatever we have studied in this chapter. First of all, we studied that diversity is a range of many people or things which are very different from each other. Then we studied that geography and history of a country plays a vital role in determining diversity in a country. Then prejudice means to judge other people negatively or to see them as inferior without any solid reason. Then we studied that discrimination means treating people negatively on ground of prejudices. Then we studied that stereotype is a type of opinion that we make for all the people of a particular section of society. And in the last, we studied that many provisions have been made in the Constitution of India to stop discrimination and establish equality like fundamental rights, equality before the law and right against exploitation. So this is all about in today's video. I hope you people would have learned something new and interesting. Stay protected, stay healthy in your homes. God bless you all. Thank you very much.